Hey guys, so today I want to share with you my new veggie garden. This has taken so many months to actually put together. I've actually been working on this since about February or March, ordering the raised beds, ordering the fencing, just gathering all the bits and pieces of how I was going to put this veggie garden together. But now it's done and I can finally show it to you and get into a little more detail on what I did, what I bought. So let's take a look. I am also a little late on getting my veggies out here, but I have enough of a growing season at this point that I think I'm just about in time to get at least a harvest or two, and then next year I'll be able to start on time and early now that this is all set up. So yeah, let's take a look because I'm really happy with it. This space here, there was a flower bed along this side, and we expanded it by putting down some cardboard to smother out the grass, as well as some landscape fabric and then some mulch. And the enclosed space is 18 feet by 10 feet. Everything here we purchased ourselves, and this is not sponsored by anyone. We enclosed it by using this no-dig fence, which is by Vigoro. This is in a style called Rockdale. This Vigoro fence comes in panels, and we used 14 panels to enclose this space, as well as a gate, which is a matching gate to this style. The panels measure 36 inches wide by 43 inches tall. We purchased these at Home Depot, and they're very easy to install. You don't need to dig and put posts down for cement. There are spikes that you drive into the ground, and then there's a post that remains above the ground, and you just insert the bottom of the fence into that post. The fence is joined together at each panel by these latches, which has a little post that goes into this hollow post. So this little peg goes into this hollow post. This grid pattern here, the bottom is 2 by 2 inch squares for about the first foot up, and then these are 2 by 4 inch squares. So the fence is not tall enough to keep deer out. However, I do hope that it is a small enough enclosed space that the deer would not really feel comfortable jumping into the space. But at the bottom here, even though these are nice and small 2 by 2, they do not keep out baby rabbits. I did find one recently in my garden, so I will be putting chicken wire along a lot of the edges of the garden, just to make sure. The mature bunnies cannot fit through. At least I haven't seen one quite yet. Yeah, so just note that if you're looking to keep out rabbits, the little ones can completely squeeze through. They're just so small and can squeeze through. We do have this space on an incline, and so the fencing isn't quite as sturdy as if perhaps you had it on a flat ground. And so I am wondering how this will hold up over time, and especially with snow. If the snow in particular down at the bottom of the incline, if it would push it and potentially bend it. So that is yet to be seen, and I will keep you posted on how it actually holds up. So the pathway here was created with just pavers we had on hand. This was from the front walkway that was just left over. These are some slate that were dug up when we had some underground drainage put in. And then back here is the original pathway or pavers that we had when we had the new walkway put in, and I love these. I'm so happy that I had a few of them just kept back and put to the side, because this walkway is so cute and so charming. So I used it here. I had it in a different garden area. That is where the pine tree had been removed, and now I've reused it here and just absolutely love it. The raised beds are by Vego. They are 17 inches tall, and it is the 6-in-1 garden bed kit. And I configured it in the 2 feet wide by 6.5 feet long. I got them in the pearl white, and I filled it with twigs and leaves before adding compost and raised bed soil, just to save a little bit on soil, but it did take up quite a bit of soil. These 4 beds all together give me 52 square feet of growing space. I also had our irrigation company come out and convert our sprinkler system into drip. This is the Rainbird drip conversion kit, and it takes a 1/2-inch hose. And so this was a sprinkler head. I actually had several of them. They had to cap off all of them except this one, which was the last one. So you either keep the last one in the line or the first one in the line is preferable. And then you run the 2-inch hose, which doesn't have emitters on it. This is just for distribution. And then I added them into the beds, and then this is just the 1/4-inch hose. So I bought all the supplies to run the lines from Drip Depot. I've been wanting drip irrigation for such a long time, and this was a great time to actually install it. I have it also in some of my garden beds now, and I really love it. So in this space, I am growing lots and lots of tomatoes. So that's what I did last year in grow bags, and that's pretty much what brought me to wanting a little enclosed space for my veggies. So here in this bed, I have some cherry tomatoes that are growing, super sweet 100s at the end, and a Barry's Crazy Cherry. I also put some flowering cilantro here simply because it is supposed to attract some beneficial insects. Over in this bed, I have some more tomatoes. These are the Blue Beauty tomatoes, some Hungarian heart tomatoes. I've intermixed some basil as well as some alyssum. Now, again, everything is kind of late, so everything is still a bit small. And then I have one more cherry tomato here. Over in this bed, I have some zucchini and some summer squash. And I have it covered in the netting because they're still young, and this is the time for the vine borer to attack. The vine borer tends to lay eggs around mid-June into July, and so I want to keep this on here for several more weeks. Over here, I am growing some eggplant, as well as some sweet pepper and some jalapeno peppers. And over here I have added also some alyssum that I hope will get larger and bring some beneficial insects, as well as some marigolds in this bed to also help with some of those pests. So back here I have some grow bags, and I have planted some various dahlias in here. I just ran out of room, and I figured this was a very good place to have the dahlias. Now this clematis over here is where I saw the baby bunny, and it's been eating this particular clematis, and it has not had a chance to really grow and thrive. I am putting chicken wire all around the perimeter of this garden, so perhaps that should help. Back here I have some chamomile that I winter sowed, and it is doing beautifully in this grow bag. And then back here I do have this clematis, which luckily it did not get to, and it is looking absolutely spectacular, and really love it around the edge of the fence. And that's what I really kind of was striving for, is for it to grow along the fence and just give me some pretty color. In the front of the garden, I hope to have lots and lots of herbs. Right now, I have some rosemary, some thyme. I'm growing some lavender. This is lavender that I winter sowed, and it is doing spectacular. It didn't do much when it actually was sprouting after winter sowing, and once I put it in here, it just seems to be taking off. And my plan is to use that lavender to put in the corners of this garden bed. So I do plan on taking out this Veronica because the rabbits keep eating this, and instead filling this corner here with some lavender. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comment box below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.